Europe in 1945 was a shattered continent. The aftermath of World War II was visible everywhere. From the bombed-out buildings to the broken spirits of its people, World War II had left its mark. The scars of the conflict were etched into the very fabric of society. Cities lay in ruins, economies were devastated, millions were dead, the infrastructure was in shambles, and the social fabric was torn apart. The war had deeply divided Europe. Nations that once stood together were now separated by mistrust and fear. The horrors of the war made people yearn for peace. They wanted stability and prosperity. The collective trauma led to a widespread desire to ensure such devastation would never happen again. A new idea began to take hold: European unity. Visionaries and leaders started to dream of a continent where countries could work together rather than against each other. Many believed that only unity could prevent future conflicts. They saw cooperation as the key to lasting peace. They argued that a united Europe would be stronger economically and more influential on the world stage. A single market, shared resources, and collective bargaining power could elevate Europe to new heights. These ideas gained traction in the post-war years. The movement for European unity began to grow, fueled by the hope of a better, more secure future for all. Leaders from various countries started to come together, discussing ways to make this vision a reality. They debated, negotiated, and laid the groundwork for what would eventually become the European Union. Treaties were signed, and institutions were created. The seeds of unity were planted, and a new chapter in European history began to unfold. Today, the European Union stands as a testament to the power of unity. It is a symbol of what can be achieved when nations come together for a common cause. The journey was not easy, and challenges remain, but the spirit of cooperation and unity continues to drive Europe forward. The seeds planted in the aftermath of war have grown into a robust and resilient union. As we look to the future, the lessons of the past remind us of the importance of unity. Together, Europe can face any challenge and build a brighter, more prosperous future for all its citizens. The dream of a united Europe was not new. Visionaries had long imagined a continent without borders. They envisioned a Europe where people and goods could move freely. However, the horrors of World War II gave this dream new urgency. The war had shown the dangers of nationalism and division. European leaders recognized the need for cooperation. They began to explore ways to bind their nations together. Their goal was to prevent future conflicts and promote economic recovery. A pivotal moment came in 1950. French Foreign Minister Robert Schuman proposed a radical idea. He suggested pooling French and German coal and steel production under a common management. This was the birth of the European Coal and Steel Community, or ECSC. The ECSC was a remarkable achievement. It laid the groundwork for deeper economic cooperation. It also helped to foster reconciliation between France and Germany. The ECSC was a crucial step towards European integration. The success of the European Coal and Steel Community, or ECSC, paved the way for further integration among European nations. This initial step was crucial in fostering cooperation and trust between countries that had been adversaries during the World Wars. The ECSC's achievements demonstrated the potential benefits of economic collaboration and set the stage for more ambitious projects. In 1957, 6 European countries, Belgium, France, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, and West Germany, came together to sign the Treaty of Rome. This historic event took place in the Italian capital, symbolizing a commitment to unity and progress. The treaty was a bold move towards deeper economic and political integration. This treaty established the European Economic Community, or EEC, which aimed to bring about economic integration by creating a common market and a customs union among its member states. The EEC was designed to ensure the free movement of goods, services, capital, and labor, thereby fostering economic growth and stability. The EEC's goal of creating a single market was ambitious. It required the elimination of trade barriers and the harmonization of regulations across member states. This effort was not just about economic benefits. It was also about promoting peace and solidarity in a region that had been torn apart by conflict. The Treaty of Rome was a landmark agreement that laid the foundation for what would eventually become the European Union. It was a visionary document that recognized the interconnectedness of European nations and the need for a cooperative approach to economic and political challenges. The signing of the Treaty of Rome marked the beginning of a new era in European history. It signaled a shift from a continent divided by war to one united by shared goals and mutual interests. The treaty's impact was profound, setting Europe on a path towards greater unity and cooperation. Over the years, the EEC would grow to become a major economic power, influencing global trade and economic policies. Its success demonstrated the strength that comes from unity and collaboration. The EEC's achievements paved the way for further expansion and integration, eventually leading to the formation of the European Union. Beyond its economic influence, the EEC also played an increasingly important role in global affairs. It became a key player in international diplomacy, advocating for peace, stability, and development around the world. The EEC's legacy is a testament to the power of cooperation and the enduring vision of a united Europe. Section 5. Expansion and deepening. The EU takes shape. The story of the European Union is one of remarkable transformation and growth. From its humble beginnings, the EU has evolved into a powerful and influential entity on the global stage. The European Economic Community, or EEC, grew rapidly in the following decades. Initially formed by 6 founding countries, it soon became a magnet for other European nations seeking economic stability and growth. New members joined, expanding the community's reach significantly. Countries like the United Kingdom, Ireland, and Denmark were among the first to join, followed by Greece, Spain, and Portugal. Each new member brought unique strengths and challenges, enriching the community's diversity. The community also deepened its integration efforts. This wasn't just about adding new members, it was about creating a more cohesive and unified Europe. Efforts were made to harmonize laws, regulations, and policies across member states. It introduced a common agricultural policy, which aimed to support farmers and ensure a stable food supply. Additionally, the creation of a customs union effectively eliminated tariffs between member states, fostering easier and more efficient trade. The Single European Act of 1986 was another significant milestone. This act was a bold step towards deeper integration, setting the stage for the creation of a single market. It committed the EEC to creating a single market by 1993. This meant that goods, services, people and capital could move freely across borders, much like they do within a single country. This ambitious goal involved removing all barriers to trade and movement within the community. The removal of these barriers was not just a technical or economic change. It was a profound shift towards a more integrated and united Europe. The single market aimed to boost economic growth, create jobs, and make Europe more competitive on the global stage. It was a vision of a Europe without borders, where citizens could live, work, and travel freely, enjoying the benefits of a larger, more dynamic economy. Section 6. The Fall of the Wall. A new era begins. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 marked a turning point in European history. It signaled the end of the Cold War and opened up new possibilities for European integration. The reunification of Germany in 1990 was a key event. The former communist countries of Central and Eastern Europe began to transition to democracy and market economies. Many of these countries aspired to join the European community. Section 7. The Maastricht Treaty, Towards a Single Currency. The Maastricht Treaty of 1992 established the European Union, building upon the existing structures of the European community. It also introduced new areas of cooperation, including foreign and security policy. A key element of the Maastricht Treaty was the creation of a single currency, the euro, which was introduced in 1999. It aimed to promote economic stability and integration. Indeed, the adoption of the euro was a historic step. Section 8. Challenges and Crises. Navigating troubled waters. The EU's path has not always been smooth. The Union has faced numerous challenges and crises, including economic downturns, political disagreements, and the rise of populism. The 2008 financial crisis tested the EU's resilience. The Greek debt crisis exposed weaknesses in the Eurozone, and the UK's decision to leave the EU in 2016 was a major setback for the integration project. Section 9. The EU today, a global powerhouse. Despite these challenges, the EU remains a major global power. It is the world's largest single market, a leading player in international trade and diplomacy, and a champion of human rights and democracy. The EU has played a crucial role in promoting peace and stability in Europe, contributing to economic growth and prosperity. Its influence extends beyond its borders. Section 10. The future of the EU: unity and diversity. The EU faces a number of challenges in the 21st century, including climate change, migration, and technological disruption. It must also address the rise of populism and nationalism. The EU's future will depend on its ability to adapt to these challenges, find ways to strengthen unity and solidarity among its member states, and continue to promote its values of peace, democracy, and human rights.